Last week saw the release of the latest game in the Watch Dogs series. Taking place in London, Watch Dogs Legion sees you try to free the boroughs of London and wrestle control from the evil Albion Corporation. Now, in typical Ubisoft fashion, Watch Dogs Legion also comes jam-packed with Easter eggs. So join me today as we take a look at 20 Easter eggs, secrets or references found in Watch Dogs Legion. Now, of course I'm not perfect, so there is a chance that I may have missed something, especially with all the random NPCs running around. And if you think I have, the best place to let me know is in the comments section or on my social media accounts, the links to which are in the description. Oh, and if you do go on to enjoy this video, then leaving a like, subscribing for more video game Easter eggs, or turning notifications on is really appreciated. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So first up, let's start with a Ubisoft tradition. Regular viewers of this channel will know that Ubisoft love to reference their other games in their games, and to the surprise of absolutely no one, Watch Dogs Legion is no different. A common example of a Ubisoft self-reference are the Rabbids from the Raving Rabbids series. We've seen them in Steep, Rainbow Six Siege, and plenty of other Ubisoft games too, so it shouldn't shock you to see them turn up in London. If you head to this location on the map and use a cargo drone to hover as high as you can, then pull out your own personal drone, you can find this. So up next are a couple of references to the Assassin's Creed series. During the Gap in the Armour mission, you'll have to disarm a booby-trapped apartment. Well, after successfully disarming the traps, you can do this. So the pose whilst jumping and the eagle screech to go along with it are a reference to the Leap of Faith from the Assassin's Creed series. The less said about the war effects, the better. That's actually not the only Leap of Faith reference in Watch Dogs Legion. If you head to this location on the map, you can find this.
I really should hang on to this.
So it seems that someone played too many Assassin's Creed games and tried landing in the haystacks below. Judging by the blood splatters on the floor, I think it's safe to say things didn't go as planned. Oh, and I've seen a few people claim that the red shoes found at the scene may be a nod to Faith from Mirror's Edge, who wore red shoes in the game. I personally don't think they are a reference. I mean, the shoes are a completely different style for a start, but I thought I'd mention them just in case. Finally, there is another small reference to the Assassin's Creed series found on the in-game stock market, with Abstergo shares being listed. So that about does it for Easter eggs from other Ubisoft games. Now let's take a look at some references to previous games in the Watch Dogs series. First up, at this location on the map, you can find this. So the cat in a boat Easter egg is a pretty common sight in Ubisoft games, having featured originally in Assassin's Creed Unity before also appearing in Watch Dogs 2. Apparently it's a certain artist at Ubisoft who adds the odd Easter egg into the games that she works on, but I couldn't find any articles to confirm. Speaking of the cats, if you head to this location on the map, you can find this. So another cat location, but that's not all. In the room is a map with several paw prints on it, which seems to indicate the location of other cats. I sent the map across to fellow Easter egg hunter Garbett, a link to his channel will be in the description, and he's currently working on tracking them all down, so make sure you subscribe to him to see what reward, if any, is given for finding all of the cats. Up next is a reference to a member of the San Francisco division of ODYSSEY. At this location on the map, you can find this. So this mask belongs to Wrench, a character from Watch Dogs 2. Wrench has been confirmed as a playable character in Watch Dogs Legion as part of a future DLC pack, and judging by the state of this room, I think it's safe to say he's got himself into a spot of bother. Another reference to a mask-wearing character from Watch Dog games of years gone by can be found at this location on the map. If you head to this area and wait till 2 AM, this will happen. So to find this location requires the scanning of QR codes and a bit of mystery solving, so I'll leave a link in the description to a full video guide for those that are interested. Anyway, this is Default's secret party. Default appeared, or at the very least mentioned, in both Watch Dogs 1 and Watch Dogs 2, and was a DJ with a grudge against T-Bone and DedSec. He's presumed dead following the events of Watch Dogs 1, but it was never actually confirmed if he died. Either Default's in London, or we have a copycat on our hands. Up next is another Easter egg that Ubisoft have used in their games in the past, but at least it's not a reference to one of their own games. At this location on the map, you can find this. So whilst technically not a sword in a bonfire, this is a reference to the bonfires from Dark Souls. So we've already found multiple cat locations in this video, but it turns out that cats aren't the only hidden oddities found in Watch Dogs Legion. First up, at this location on the map, you can find this. So a group of the Queen's Guard figures hidden on top of a tower. Another location these figures can be found is this, where they can be seen hidden behind a generator. I'm not sure what the meaning behind the figures are, or if there even is any meaning. Your theories are welcome in the comments, along with any other locations you've found these little guys hiding out. Up next is probably my favourite Easter egg in the game. I doubt a lot of people who have played Watch Dogs Legion have driven the Bogan 25. I mean, it's not the most visually appealing car in the game, looking more like Mr. Bean's car than a car a member of the Rebellion would drive. Well, if you do manage to find a Bogan 25 and hold the horn button down, this may happen. So that was God Save the Queen, the national anthem of the United Kingdom. I'm not sure if this happens with all Bogan 25, so it may take a couple of tries to find. Perhaps now you'll give the Bogan 25 a chance. Up next is a very small movie reference that can be heard when recruiting a character.
We got you the evidence you need. The police won't be able to ignore it, no matter how neutered they are.
Unbelievable. You actually did it.
You want in? Go on. Take the red pill. Join DedSec.
Eh? Yeah. All right.
So the red pill that's mentioned is a reference to this scene from The Matrix.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Whilst we're on the topic of big screen entertainment, let's take a look at a couple of potential references to the small screen. In the DedSec hideout, you can find this. So a lot of people have said that this is a reference to the TARDIS from Doctor Who used to time travel in a police box. The thing is, police boxes were actually a common sight in the UK after being introduced in the 1920s. And there are even a few police boxes in use today. Personally, I feel like this isn't an Easter egg. It's only in the video because I'm certain people would say I missed it if I didn't include it. But I'm happy to hear your thoughts on it. The next potential Doctor Who reference is a little more convincing. During the Inside Albion mission, you have to make your escape through the catacombs beneath the Tower of London. It's when exploring the dark and creepy catacombs you can find this. So this statue will change the direction it's looking depending on the way you enter the room. This is possibly a reference to the weeping angels from Doctor Who. To further add to this theory, if you listen closely, you can hear a woman weeping behind the statue. Now, who the woman crying is, I don't know, but it makes for a damn creepy Easter egg. Our penultimate Easter egg actually references a French streamer. At this location, you can find this. So this room is a reference to Mr. MV, a streamer who used to speedrun Super Meat Boy, hence the picture above the monitor, which is a reference to Super Meat Boy. The writing on the wall reads, "The Room of the Old Man," something that Mr. MV refers to himself as. Also, if you throw your drone down this hole, you can hear this. So unfortunately, I speak very little French, so if any of you could translate this to work out what it said, that would be awesome. So the final Easter egg for today's video can be found in what is perhaps the most disturbing mission in Watch Dogs Legion. During the Coming Home mission, you have to access Skye Larson's home. Beneath her expensive Westminster abode is an underground lab where Skye carried out her sick experiments. If you hack the datapads found in the lab, you'll find 4 groups of binary code. When translated, they read, "Jared thanks you for digging." Now I'm guessing that Jared is part of the development team that worked on Legion and left this message as an Easter egg for anyone curious enough to actually translate it. Let me know what you think. So that's it, that's 20 Easter eggs, secrets and references in Watch Dogs Legion. As mentioned, if you do know of any Easter eggs that I missed, then be sure to leave them in the comments or reach out to me on my social media accounts. Remember, if you are a fan of Easter eggs, secrets and small details in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.